Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, episode 2. We have some cool things going on this episode, but if you haven't seen the first episode, pause this one, take a look at that one, and then come back and watch this one. We're going to start off with some introductions. Take it away.
Take it away?
Take it away.
All right, we're going to introduce James. He's the other half of the business partner and homie. He wasn't able to make it last week because he's always busy doing some other stuff, so why don't you tell him what you had going on this weekend? And kind of introduce yourself too. So.
Okay. What's up, everybody? I'm James. I was last week I was busy. We were doing an interview. Some of the other things we do here at the shop is I'm also a DJ. So we were doing an interview for a 6-year anniversary that we had. We spin funk music, all vinyl. Do a lot of shows here around town in Arizona, specifically like Phoenix, Tempe. So I was busy out doing that. We also did the celebration Saturday, which was 2 days ago now, but I'm still recovering from that. So that's usually where I'll be if I'm not here at the shop and hanging out with the fellas. I'm usually doing the DJ thing on the side.
But what's the name? What's the DJ name?
Phoenix Funkettles is the name of our crew. There's 4 members, Boogie Monster, Funk Machine, Davey D, and Star Groove, which is me.
And big milestone, what was it though? The anniversary?
6-year anniversary. Yeah. Celebrating 6 years of existence and doing the funk thing for 6 years now strong. So we're just getting bigger and bigger as we go.
Still growing.
Yep.
6-year anniversary. Yeah,
congratulations.
That's
yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and we were talking about the last video too. Pretty much like we took kind of the same path to like doing the toy thing. So yeah, you don't have to go into much detail, but kind of explain like how you started with that. Yeah, just a quick one.
Quick background was I started pretty much doing like just to get a absolute background. I started going with my friends to like swap meets and hanging out over there, kind of messing around. This is like way back. This is like 15, almost 20 years ago, honestly. And then one day I stumbled upon like a diecast Voltron, and I kind of it brought back a lot of memories. I never really had one when I was a kid, so I picked that up. And with that purchase, it started just this, everyone knows it's almost like an addiction after that. Then I was going every weekend, starting to look for toys. Fast forward, I hoarded a house full of toys from going to estate sales, Goodwills, swap meets, and we decided to open up a booth in the Brass Armadillo, and we would do toy shows as well on the side.
Was that sorry for interrupting. Yeah. Was your original stuff, was that for your own personal collection? Was that things that you kept?
It was things that I was keeping, but then I would find multiples of things, so I would stash those like in like bins. And
so as a kid, did you ever have a chance to like have this stuff, or no, you were just like a fan of like the show?
I was just a fan of everything. My background too is I do a lot of artwork as well, so that's another part of the collecting, is that I was into art and comic books, and I was trying to break into comic books similar to Jason, which is another thing that we share like in similarities. And
did you guys know each other at this time?
No, not at all.
We didn't. We did a lot of toy shows, like I mentioned in the other episode, and I know we crossed paths, but we didn't really till about 2020. But
yeah, it was a similar path. It was toy shows, Brass Armadillo, which is an antique mall. I'm sure he explained to you guys last time. Antique mall here in town. You rent out cases. Yep. You price your stuff, put it in cases, and then it sells, and then you just replenish. Then from there, eBay started to really take off. So we started selling a lot more on eBay. I quit my daytime job, started selling full time, and then we met Jason slightly after the big boom of everything happening, and then kind of partnered up to open up Polar Bear's Pop Culture Shop from there.
Yeah, that's pretty much a short version of it. Yeah,
short version.
Same path. You did a lot more eBay than I did. I said that in the other episode too. Yeah. But while we have you here, because I know you got to run
real quick though, before we go,
yeah,
go ahead. I was gonna say, why don't we talk about like what was your favorite show that you were just like obsessed with as a kid, that you just absolutely wanted to collect overall?
You know what? It's not a collector show, and it's not. I was obsessed with this TV show that was all about video games, and there was a competition between kids, and you would get selected, you would get on this show, and you would answer questions about video games. Then they would put you in front of these monitors, and then you would have to play for like a set amount of time, and whoever scored the highest or got the furthest would advance from there. And then at the very end, the person who was pretty much like the winner would get to run through this little gauntlet with a Velcro suit on.
What was the name of the show?
It's either...
It was like Nintendo Power, but it wasn't Nintendo. Yeah.
It was like, because the guy's name was Johnny Arcade. And it was like Video Power.
Video power, video power. My show is kicking with maximum hype. Say video power, yeah, that's right.
That show, I used to wake up religiously and watch it on Saturdays, and you used to mail in postcards. And it's funny because now I found out nobody ever really got selected from a postcard. They would just take people. When you would go to, like, say it was at Universal Studios, they would just take people from walking around.
Whoever just...
So nobody ever got to get on the show. But that show, it was so crazy that was like something. So cartoons, yes. Transformers, G.I. Joe.
Real quick, it's like when Pepsi put out that advertisement, you get that free jet if you buy like a million.
Yeah.
Remember that? And
Yeah.
then nobody got the jet.
got
But
it.
yeah.
Now, the more Pepsi you drink, the more great stuff you're going to get.
Sure beats the bus.
Yeah, but at the end, remember, like you wanted to get that suit, you could stick all the games and stuff on you. They had the Velcro, man. You go through the maze, yeah.
And he would tell you, find this. If you find Mike Tyson's Punch Out on Nintendo, you win, and it would be a special prize like the Jaguar or like some crazy system, and you would win that if you got the bonus like game and stuff. They would hide it.
Yeah, that's super awesome. Well, since you didn't really necessarily have like a favorite show, what would you say like your favorite toy that you got for Christmas? Like end all be all that you just will never forget.
Or one you remember. It doesn't have to be like your favorite, like one.
Well, yeah.
Because there's some that are like, maybe they weren't my favorite,
Well, they
but
just
I
stuck
remember
out,
them.
though.
Yeah. So.
It was a co-present for me and my brother. Shout out to my Uncle Chris. 1 year, it's 80s. He bought us this game, and I'm pretty sure it's made by Milton Bradley.
Probably.
We'll look it up.
Yeah, one of those big companies, yeah.
It was called Crossfire.
The ultimate challenge. Crossfire.
I knew you were going to bring that up. We've talked about Crossfire.
Yeah, it was imagine two like controllers that were in the shape of almost like a gun, and there were these discs with a steel ball in them, and you would feed it.
I remember, yeah.
And-
You
oh,
just-
you
yeah.
put it
Oh,
in?
yeah.
The
and you
marbles
would
and
just
try to
shoot it.
score on it. Yeah.
Kind of like, yeah. I kind of remind me of like Battle Blades, you know, where you
Yeah.
just like,
and you'd rip, or it'd be like Hungry Hippos, because you'd be eating the marbles and you would try to get like all, but this was like you'd shoot those things to the other side. And we played that game. We were given the game early, pre-Christmas, so we got it like at 10 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and we stayed up till like 3 a.m. or until they took it away from us and had to go to sleep too.
that's awesome.
I got that one too. That's what I was saying. It's fun. I was like, not my favorite thing I ever got, but it's like one that's a memory too, because you sit there and play like people. Yeah.
All night we were playing that.
So that was one of the top ones, you think?
Top.
What about you?
Definitely
What about you for you?
Well, mine, same thing. Like I got a lot of good stuff when I was younger, because pretty much on my dad's side, like we were the only kids, so we go to my grandparents, so we were kind of spoiled with that. But I always got cool stuff. But the big one was the Nintendo when it came out, because
Like
prior
classic
to,
Nintendo? Like,
prior to that, we had to go. The one kid on the block that always got everything, we would all go over there and play.
Did you see the latest Nintendo newsletter? Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
We were like a year late getting it, but we did get it. So I think we got it in like 88. I'd have to go back and look, because I think it came out in 87. So we didn't get it till the following Christmas, but we were excited because now we had our own and didn't have to go.
So that's the NES.
Yeah, the NES, yeah. But there was other stuff. We got like a lot of cool, like Joe's. I remember getting like Boba Fett in a stocking and stuff. So there was like cool stuff. But that one sticks out. Crossfire sticks out.
Yeah.
I had a U.S. versus Russia hockey table thing that I asked for.
Those were cool.
Yeah, and that was fun. Anything that we got that we could play with like family was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, but what about you?
Ninja Turtles.
Really?
It's got to be Ninja Turtles.
What specific Ninja Turtles thing though? Like,
Just that original line.
oh, okay.
That's what did it for me. Just the Turtles.
Like the first 8.
The first, oh yeah, absolutely. Shredder just being like a badass.
The Shredder, leader of the Foot Clan and sworn enemy of the Turtles.
It feels so good to be so bad.
I related to the Turtles just because like how, loud and like kind of just like out there they were,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I love that stuff. Plus I like to be able to throw them at my brothers because they were like a good little weight and they would go the distance.
I need to find a picture because I have one. It wasn't for Christmas. I think it was my birthday, but I'm holding up like the turtle blimp, but I can't find that picture,
dude.
man.
That's tight.
Yeah.
I had to fight for that
So you gotta
blimp.
find
That'll be a
some-
different story,
yeah.
but I had to fight for that blimp.
Yeah. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure.
I was gonna say it has to be as a kid though, because you can't say what you got as an adult. man.
Too many-
That's a different
too
story.
many-
There's way too many good things,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna say Crossfire. That's funny.
Yeah, close second though is I do remember getting that and it's funny because I'm drawing the blank now, but remember I was telling you about that? It's like the animal, and it was that like 4x4 truck, and
Oh yeah, I think it's called the
I think-
animal or
yeah,
something.
The animal. It's a big, powerful 4x4.
and this one was the red truck, but these claws would come out of the.
Well, it's kind of like those little mini Transformers, but it wasn't a Transformer, it would turn into a monster, right?
No,
No,
just the
it was
wheels. The
just
claws
the
would come
truck.
out of the wheels so
Yeah.
you can climb stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was motorized and you'd be driving and the claws would come out the
I
wheels.
know what you're talking about, but they were bright red though, right?
It was like a
Yeah,
red.
different
Yeah,
colors,
there was different ones. I had the red one, and the motor was so strong. I remember I let it go on the floor, and my sister was laying down watching TV on the floor, and the truck picked her hair up and twisted it around, and they had to cut her hair because it was the motor was
Just so rapid.
so yeah, I got it taken away. So that
No
was,
more animal
no
for
more.
you.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
All right. So yeah, James had to cut out. He's always a busy man, so we'll just continue on. He'll be on off and on because he's a busy guy with his DJing and other stuff that he does. So what was the next topic you want to talk about? What's going on?
Let's touch base on this NECA shipping dilemma. And then maybe do you have any stories or situations that you've ever experienced with like NECA or anything like that, good or bad?
Well, let's not. Yeah, I do, and I'll get into that. Actually, it's somebody else, but I'll
Yeah.
tell their story. I don't want to like incriminate anyone. But yeah, the NECA, if you don't know, the Donatello lab started shipping, and some people were getting 2, and other people were getting none.
Some
So
people
then,
I
yeah.
heard got 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, somebody on YouTube was reporting that they got 3. Yeah, which they only paid for 1, and then they received 2 more. Yeah.
Which they already probably flipped. But
Oh no, everyone's getting threatened. If you guys haven't seen it, people are receiving emails telling them they will be charged for the additional pieces if they do not return them, and they're being threatened to close their accounts.
yeah, at first I don't think they were threatening them though. I think
No.
it was more like we messed up. Can you guys please send these back to us
Please
so
assist
the other
us.
collectors can get their stuff?
Honestly, I think it's ridiculous because it's like they made a mistake, but then they're going to turn around and threaten people, and like they're threatening to close their account, claiming that they'll never be able to buy NECA products again.
Yeah, I don't know. Legally, though, I don't know if they can just charge people, though, now because they messed up. You know what I mean? I don't know if they can.
Well, I know,
charge people,
I-
but they're talking about they're going to charge people for the extra ones if they don't send them back.
But then how can they prove how many they got?
They can't.
Exactly, because if they're shipping it in one box,
Yeah.
how are they going to be able to determine?
Yeah, so that's bad. I didn't order one. I've been asking people if they've ordered it. I don't know anyone that has ordered it yet, but kind of
Mhm.
sucks if you did order it and didn't get it. But you can't be mad because you would do the same thing. I guess if you got the extra ones, like you're not.
They did a refund? Will they do a refund when they mess up on stuff like that? I have no idea
I
how
don't
that
know. I
works.
think that's a lot of money if they messed up and it's a big order. I don't know what they're going to do because that's a big hit to their company. I mean, they're a decent sized company, but they're not one that can be taking hits like that. I don't think
They're not Mattel,
But you can't, I don't know,
Hasbro.
to turn around and start threatening people though when you messed up is kind of like I don't know if that's a good PR move. But
Well, tell us about the story you said that you had
so the story I had,
about your friend.
a friend of mine ordered one time the diorama NECA diorama set. Ordered 4 of them because they come 2 to a case.
Which diorama set?
Just a regular diorama one that they reuse like
For the turtles.
but this is just a regular street
Yeah,
diorama.
yeah.
So ordered 4 of them, should have been 2 cases. They received 4 cases. They had 2 each in there, didn't get charged for them, so they ended up with 8 dials. never.
What'd they do with those extra dials? Do you know?
They got sold. I'm sure they got flipped, but NECA never caught that one. I mean, because it was one person. It wasn't a mass thing where people were like, we didn't get anything, but they messed up thinking it was. I don't even remember because I think he said that he ordered 4, which should have been 2 cases, but ended up with 8. Yeah, so it was 4 cases. They have 2. That's how the math was. I had to do math real quick in my head.
What would you guys do? Down in the comments below, message and see. Tell us, what would you guys do if you received extra NECA products that you didn't order? Just out of curiosity, what would you do?
Yeah, karma. You got to help out your fellow collectors, the ones that didn't get it. But I
Right?
don't know. It's kind of
At regular
situation.
price.
Yeah,
At regular price.
sticky situations. I'm thinking the people that probably got the extra one flipped already. I'm thinking.
Do you know what they're going for? Flipped?
I don't even know what they were going for originally because again, I didn't order. I
believe it was $250.
Unless
I think
it's wholesale. Was it $250?
Yeah, I think it was $250 out the door.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, that's what's going on recently. So kind of sticky situation there, but I don't have all the details of it other than people didn't get theirs and other people got extra. So we'll see how it unfolds, I guess, in the next coming months.
I'm waiting to see if people actually get banned or if they actually get charged. That's what I'm waiting.
I don't know if you got an extra one, you had $250 worth of free product. Would you like really worry about having to order NECA in the future? Would you just go buy it at the store?
Yeah,
you just wouldn't be able to get their exclusives.
Yeah, the exclusive stuff. Though some of that exclusive stuff is good though. I like NECA. Yeah, I'm a fan of NECA. You?
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, I like their stuff that they put out.
They're getting better on the distribution side, but we won't get deep into that. But for a while, that wasn't ordering.
If you know, you know.
I wasn't ordering their stuff because like they had this window where Target and like Walmart they would give it to them like for like 60 days before. Yeah, letting me have it. So I'm like, why am I even going to order it? But they got better on it. So anyway, I won't get too deep into that. But that's what's going on with the NECA.
Some of the headaches. Yeah, some of the headaches when you toy collecting or when you got a business to run and you got to deal with NECA.
Yeah. But for the most part, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to trash them.
No, we're not trashing them.
Their PR could be a little better on the non-metal thing. So
do you want to talk about real quick about stuff that's coming up? Things that we got coming up in the next?
Well, yeah, this will be the last video that we're going to put out before the Epic Toy Show comes up. So that'll be on December 7th. We'll get it closer. We'll get it put up on the screen. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. First December show we're doing should be pretty good. Over 95 tables, almost 100 tables because I have to cap it so we can fit comfortably in there.
Right before Christmas.
Guess who's coming to town though?
Who?
Santa Claus.
Oh my God!
Santa will be there. Then we're doing the for first 500 people again. We're doing the lottery ticket. Like you scratch it, if you win, you get a stocking filled with stuff.
How many winners do you know? Like, is there going to be like a
10.
set? Oh, okay. So 10 winners out of the first 500.
Yeah, first 500. Because we used to do the raffles, but then people wouldn't be there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you'll know ahead of time, so you don't have to wait.
Win and then come up and get it. And after your stocking would be cool for December. So it's
what's in the stockings?
Just some goodies, toys and candy, mystery mini figures, candy, maybe some Hot Wheels, just different stuff. It's kind of whatever would fit in the stock. Kind of like if you got a stocking.
No, I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, a surprise is a surprise. You know, like a little blind bag, but a blind stocking.
Get ready for a surprise.
Then we're gonna do the raffle. That's gonna be a paid raffle, where I'm gonna do a separate video for that, and I'll show everybody. It's gonna be 5 Christmas boxes filled with cool stuff,
right?
And same
is that going to be at the show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be it's going to be a $5 raffle, but you get like 6 raffle tickets for $20.
Oh, okay.
But the value is going to be good on there. You're going to get cool stuff that people donated, like local artists and stuff donated stuff for it, as well as we have a scratcher again in there. You scratch it, you win like whatever that toy is.
Oh, so like a blind box. You're doing like a blind box with like a whole little
blind
setup.
Box. I'll show what's in there because this is what you kind of can get. Because most of it's going to be set.
Yeah.
The same stuff. But then that ticket, you don't know what ticket you're getting. You're going to scratch it.
Oh, dude, that's exciting.
Yeah. And the value's good on the toys. The toys are $80 and over that I'm having, plus all the stuff you get inside.
No, I like that. And this is all going down at the Epic Toy Show. What time and where and when?
Early bird starts at 9. Regular entries 10 to 3. So on 9 to 3 on December 7th.
December 7th, Saturday. Remember that. Write that down. Take a screenshot. Step by Polar Bear Pop Culture Shop if you want more information or details.
And a good time to start Christmas shopping if you're already kind of late.
Oh, yeah.
Or get you something nice. Treat yourself. I always tell people you got to buy yourself something for Christmas.
Well, real quick, without going into too much details, what are some of the stuff that people can look forward to at like the toy show? You know what I mean? Like, what are we looking at? Like video games, comic books, action figures, movie memorabilia.
not much movie memorabilia, but there'll be collectibles there.
Like statues.
Yeah, statues, toys, action figure statues, non-sports cards, art. There'll be like people,
art,
a few artists there. Art. Say that again. Some Funko Pops. There's a couple Funko Pop vendors.
Yeah,
still doing.
They got a good little set. Yeah.
Just it's a good mix. So there's old toys, new toys. Not old like 70s toys really. So if you're going for that 70s and the Hot Wheels, because a lot of people ask or they go there and they think there's going to be like
Hot Wheel collections,
70s toys and like freaking radio controlled, like what are they called? Like with the train
remote control cars. No, like RCAs.
Yeah, RCA.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Drawing a blank. RCAs, like they want older stuff like that. That's not going to be there. It's going to be mainly 80s to current though.
I've never had anybody ask for a train set.
The last show, everyone was asking for. There was not.
Wait, were they?
There was a handful of people that were asking, like, if there's train shows, and then there
was
was
train. Yeah.
Like antique dolls, like you're not really going to find that there. They do their own doll show there, so look into that at the El Zariba Shrine. They do their own like doll show once a year where they have all that older stuff, so you can look into that. Train shows, I don't know if anyone has those anymore out here.
Yeah, but I can't even remember the last time.
I mean, there's shows for everything, but just unfortunately, it's going to be 80s to newer stuff. So, but a good mix of stuff. So I'm sure everyone will find something there.
Well, real quick, since we're talking about Christmas, which hasn't even come yet, how about Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving? You love it.
Thanksgiving's fine.
Yeah, it was chill.
It's my mom cooks. She does the whole spread. It's good. It's one of those holidays I could do without.
Now, come on, show some enthusiasm. Thanksgiving is an institution.
You could do without the turkey. It's all about the turkey. You know, you don't even got to celebrate the holiday. I just want that turkey, mashed potatoes, like, you know, cornbread casserole. Come on.
It's good. It's just not hitting like it used to. Like, I don't really. It's just not a holiday. I get it's for family, but I don't know. Just it's one of those holidays I could do without.
I mean, I get it. I don't really celebrate like the original traditional Thanksgiving, but I do like getting together and eating and all that
stuff.
The
thing is, I don't have to cook. Like, I go to my mom, she takes care of it all. But then we have all the family over there. It's fun. It's just.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, I can do without it. Like, and then it's like, okay, Christmas is like not that far away from that, so it's like
you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Once it's over, you hit the ground running.
Well, they pretty much almost skip it anyway.
I know, right? Christmas lights. Like, Christmas lights went up like what was it? December 1st? No, November 1st. My bad. November 1st.
No, after Christmas, I see people putting them up
after Halloween.
As soon as November hit.
That's what I'm saying. November 1st, I saw Christmas lights going up, and I was just like, "All right, we're doing this."
I like Christmas.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I love
Halloween's
Christmas.
My favorite holiday.
And then one other thing I wanted to ask you, you know, when it comes to collecting, the stigmatism of a lot of people will claim that collectors are hoarders. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're a hoarder? Did you ever feel like you were a hoarder? Yeah. Did you ever feel like you were a hoarder?
No, even when I was buying stuff and like keeping stuff in my collection and then selling off the other stuff, I wasn't really hoarding because I was actually doing stuff with it. But I ended up with a lot of stuff that was binned up, but I had a purpose for it. Like I was going to sell it. I never collected and then kept stuff in storage. Like,
yeah, when people have
that,
like
to me, and that's not even hoarding. I think that's FOMO, like fear of missing out. Like, because everyone hypes these toys nowadays, and I think these dudes feel like they need it.
Yeah.
But it's like, are you ever really gonna be able to display
do something with it? Look at it, open it. You know what I mean? But
it's not hoarding. I mean, if they keep it organized and stuff. Now, if you just got toys like everywhere, and it's like. Can't even really enjoy them. Like
I bring it up because like my grandma used to tell me that I was turning into a hoarder with my toy collection. I had, I think maybe 10 and she was just like, this is too much. You're going to be a hoarder.
That's not hoarding. Hoarding's like I said, like if you have your shelves are full and you're still buying stuff and they're just getting binned up,
which you put in a box. You don't even look at, you forget that you have it sometimes.
I guess I don't know how these guys keep track of what they have, or do you rotate stuff out? I don't know. Do you take stuff down and then it's time for this? Like,
well, that works though sometimes because sometimes I will do that. You know what I mean? I'll take something down and put something else up just to look at it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or I'll be going through and I'll find something. I'll be like, oh yeah, I did buy this.
That's not hoarding though.
No,
you bought something and you liked it, but I don't know. There's because you don't want to put them all in the same category. I know there's responsible collectors and then there's
absolutely. I don't feel like it.
And buying, which is fine if that's what keeps them happy because I know that gets the endorphins going when you come in and you buy toys like collecting.
Oh yeah, definitely nostalgic, just like the joy of it. Everybody's got a hobby. You're into something, right? Yeah. Golf, cars. It doesn't matter what it is.
Speaking of collecting, I picked this up today. It's Snoop Dogg. Was it Snoop on the Shelf? Yeah,
Snoop on the stoop.
My fault. A hood tradition. So found these. They're ornaments, but we thought we'd try it out on a figure. I'm not trying it out. I got it for Diggs Figs. I messaged him and he said, let's try it. He goes, you think it'll fit like 1/6 scale? I said, no, probably like a bigger one, like 1/12 scale.
Or you can wear it as like an ugly sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's,
so it could be a smaller figure. You get what I'm saying? Is that way you can put them on like an ugly sweatshirt. So those are typically larger than like you are yourself.
Yeah, but they're not. We're not sponsored by them or anything. It's just something I thought was cool and we talk about it. But they had another one that said some stuff on there. I think one was like Happy Chrismizzle or something like that. But he goes, get the one with his face on there. So we'll update that if we try it out on a figure. Diggs Figs is going to try it out. We'll see how that works out for him. But they got all kinds of like Snoop stuff over there right now. They're pushing that real big this year. I'm like, okay, I guess.
I saw the Martha Stewart one.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? But that one is like uncanny. Hers looks like her.
Yeah.
It's got her little legs crossed and she's sitting there in the kitchen.
Yeah, they have like ornaments too, where he's like in a lowrider. I'm like, okay,
why?
It's not for me, but I get it. And they had wrapping paper too.
Well, the funny thing is I do the elf on the shelf, and the kids love that stuff. So I'm just wondering, like, who's waking up in the morning and they're just like, "Where's Snoop on a stoop?" And they're coming out the room looking for Snoop Dogg, and he's just propped up somewhere, making sure they're being, hoodie or nice.
Well, yeah, that's when you got to start your new hood tradition. So
I know, right?
You got the cool artwork on there, but. Anyway, that was that. But we did want to talk about, which we always try to talk about, some of these smaller toy companies. So we'll do an unboxing for you on this one. This one comes to you from Zombie Sailor Toys, sorry. And the story on this one is he actually called me for an eBay item I had up, and we started talking, and I was going to ask him anyway about wholesale, and he goes, "Hey, would you want to maybe carry some of my product?" And I was like, yeah, sounds good.
Oh,
so he sent me the
spoke
stuff.
to the guy who made this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember his name, but I think he just goes by Zombie Sailor. I'm bad at names, but I believe like he goes by Zombie Sailor. And James told me about him once I told him about Zombie Sailor. He goes, that guy used to be on YouTube a lot, and he would go around and buy like these old like storage ones with like toys like they haven't been opened yet, like boxes of
Oh yeah, toys. Like on crates.
Yeah, he said he would just roll up like the door and then he would sell that stuff. So I guess he I haven't checked it out yet. I tried to look it up, I couldn't find it, but James knew who he was right away.
I definitely do like the artwork on this. It looks really cool. How many points of articulation? I
don't know. We'll open it in a minute, but yeah, he does the Heels and Faces, which are I should have brought some of those out, but Heels and Faces, the wrestling figures, so they're like indie wrestlers.
Oh, indie wrestlers,
but they're meant to fit the Hasbro, the 90s Hasbro like figures.
Oh wow, it's got so like information on the back. Look like his real, like look at that.
Oh yeah, it's officially licensed stuff. This is like it's officially licensed. It's not like a third party. That's what I want to call it, third party. But
yeah, well, I mean, I'm seeing this for the first time and I'm digging it. So if you guys want a chance, take
Zombie Sailor Toys.
Yeah, take a look at this. It's a Zombie Sailor Toys. This is a limited edition. Did you see that?
Yeah, and we have the wrestling figures on hand too. We just got them in, so they are available at Polar Bears Pop Culture Shop. That's how you plug. But he's branching out now into not just wrestling. So he did the Bruce Lee. He has Ash from Evil Dead coming out.
Oh, okay. Are they all like the same size?
Yeah, they're all like the same kind of style. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which the card stock is good. Like the quality is good on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was definitely digging on like the artwork and the way it looks and everything like that. It looks like they took time into the design and everything on the back.
But it's definitely meant to, like I said, fit with that 90s Hasbro line. The wrestlers fit right in. So if you didn't have those guys, like they have some managers and stuff, you can just put in there with them, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I just saw like those Batman remakes that they're putting out. You know what I mean?
The animated series ones.
Was it is it Nezco?
Mezco.
I just saw those, and they're similar to that, where it's not like a lot of articulation, but it's more of like those classic figures that came out back in the day.
Well, Mezco does a lot of that 5-point stuff now, where it's like little figures where they're not meant to be articulated.
They don't really move, you know what I mean?
The sculpts are okay; they're what they are, but this sculpt you can tell.
And that's just what it's reminded me of. It's like that's similar to that, like that kind of style. Yeah.
And actually, we're gonna get to open it at the end here, but I'm going to open it because I'm going to keep it, so that's fine. I'm allowed to open it, so don't get all stressed out. We do have a couple available for sale, but this is going to go on my shelf in my collection, so I will open it and kind of show you more detail on it.
Real quick, are you a Bruce Lee fan? Are you a big Bruce Lee fan?
I like Bruce Lee. I like I grew up watching the movies.
Yeah!
Oh, I didn't know that. So what would you say?
That stuff was always on, yeah.
Would Bruce Lee be in your top 3?
For movies?
Yeah, would Bruce Lee?
I don't know, let's talk about that right now, and then we'll do the opening.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. So, off the top of your head, what are your top 3 favorite movies? Would Bruce Lee be in there?
Well, Enter the Dragon, it wouldn't be in there, but it's still, well, it might be now because you brought it up. But
it's like
it's a good movie.
It is a good classic movie. Like if you're gonna see a Bruce Lee movie, you gotta watch Enter the Dragon.
Well, top 3 favorite though, that's like kind of if you had a lot of kids, you can't pick your like top 3 favorite. Like, but no, picking movies though. Like there's something that when you watch a certain movie, like how it makes you feel. So like there's certain movies that to just have that, to give you that feeling every time.
Yeah.
So, Dawn of the Dead is like one of the first like horror movies I remember watching.
Original,
I just loved it. Yeah, original Dawn of the Dead.
Absolutely,
classic, underrated. I think a lot of people nowadays don't really.
Well, it just had its 45th. Was it its or 40th anniversary?
45th.
45th.
I know that because it came out 1 year after I was born.
Nice.
So I'm aging myself, but yeah, that's how I keep track of.
And then we just hit also Alien franchise. Yeah. 45th anniversary.
So Dawn of the Dead has to be up there. I think Goodfellas, just because I watch it every time it's on. Like I just like it. It's good directing. It's good. The acting's good. So I definitely feel like that's one that I'd catch. But there's other movies like that. I'm into those kind of movies too. But I don't know. I think I'd watch that every time it's on. Like it's kind of funny.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
And then another one, like just a classic one, RoboCop. Like I'd throw RoboCop.
You can't go wrong with RoboCop. Yeah. I can watch that movie so many times. It's such a. I'd buy that for $1.
But again, that list can change depending on what my movie is. I guess. Yeah. Because most people think I'd automatically pick all horror movies because that's what I'm into. But I mean, that's my favorite genre. But I wouldn't say they're like out of top 3 favorite movies.
No, that's a good list.
RoboCop's kind of sci-fi and bloody, so that fits in there. Maybe I just like bloody 80s movies. So what are yours though?
Honestly, it's Beauty and the Beast, Disney animated Beauty and the Beast, American Werewolf in London, and then Godzilla 1985.
Okay.
Off the top, those are just like my favorite movies.
Why Beauty and the Beast though?
Why not?
Why? Like what?
Oh no!
What do you like about it? Like what made you?
Honestly, it's just one of like my favorite movies. I love how he's just like raw, uncontrolled, untampered, like anger. You know what I mean? He's just a kid who doesn't know what the emotions are. He doesn't know what he's feeling, and he's just goes off of like knee-jerk reactions. You know what I mean? And it just takes like the love and compassion of somebody to guide him in the right direction. And once he realizes that he's not alone and that somebody can love him, you know what I mean, then he opens up and he becomes vulnerable.
Sounds a little personal.
I love the movie. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I mean, I got a tattoo.
I see that. I just thought you liked Belle or something. I didn't know.
Well, I mean, as a kid, I definitely had a crush on Belle. I mean, who wouldn't?
That's fine. Yeah, you like what movies you like. I'm not knocking. That's kind of a weird one to have. And then with the other ones,
with American Werewolf in London, which is number 2.
That's my favorite werewolf movie of all time. But we won't get into that.
Oh, we can get into it because that is like by far, my favorite like horror movie. As much as I love horror movies, as much as I do, American Werewolf in London is like top notch for me. Okay. Love that movie.
I agree.
And then Godzilla 1985 would be like my.
And why 85?
It's when they started to go back to like the original horror style, and they made him more of like they made her more of like a threat versus kind of like the campy stuff that they were doing. You know what I mean? Like the previous like 5 movies.
85 is not the one where they like redid the original one, right?
Well, 85 is the direct.
The U.S.
It's a sequel.
Yeah, because it has what's his
the
name
original.
in there, right?
Well, that was just the American version that they did, but it's a direct sequel to the original. Godzilla,
I haven't watched it in a long time, but Godzilla movies are good too. I wouldn't put them in my favorite. I just like.
Hold on now, back up now, because Godzilla is just like in my favorite.
No, he's iconic. I'm not saying if that's what you're into. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he's iconic. I like him, but some of those movies are not great.
Well, they're all nostalgic. They're classics.
That's what I'm saying.
What I mean? Nostalgic. Like when you grow up on that stuff, it doesn't matter. Like the time, you know what I mean? Whether or not it aged good or not, we won't get into that. But, those are just movies that I've always been able to watch, and I've just loved and adored them like overall this time.
That being said, let's get to opening this bad boy up and see what he looks like. All right. We're about to open this up again. It's a Zombie Sailor Toys Bruce Lee figure. We're going to open it up. Don't worry, it's going in my collection, so don't freak out when I open it up. We do have some available at the shop. Kind of open it nicely without destroying it. I have to edit all that out.
Your cable TV is experiencing difficulties.
He didn't want to come. I'm not even ripping it all the way. That way I could throw him back in the car back if I want to. So there we have it. His arms do move. Look, he can do the.
Oh, wow. Look at him. That's
Yeah.
the little pose he's doing.
Yeah. He's doing a little pose. Then you got the scratch on the back.
No way. Let me see the back.
Oh, back. Yeah.
Dude, I'm loving it.
Yeah. That's all you need right there.
This is Enter the Dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enter the Dragon, and then they do. Looks like he's gonna be coming out with the tactical, and then him and his muscle shirt. But yeah, Zombie Sailor Toys are doing good stuff. Check them out. Come buy them from here, so that way I can keep ordering them.
Do his feet move at all? Does he
The
have any
feet don't. He doesn't
articulation?
pivot, but you can slide them. Oh,
This stop motion action
so cool! Like I said,
right there.
he's going in my.
In all reality, though, I
That's
do
awesome.
really love his face.
Yeah.
Look at his face. Look at the
That's what I'm saying.
quality on there.
So I'm saying the
Even,
sculpts are good.
yeah.
Oh, his head actually moves. I guess I should have moved his head.
And that's what I'm saying. Like his little chin.
Yeah.
You see it? Like
Yeah.
the little. Those classic Bruce Lee abs.
Yeah, the abs, the scratches. So there you go, man. All right, before we leave for tonight, just want to give another shout out to 700 Tapes. Find him on Instagram. He did the new shop shirts, and they're looking good. Come down and pick one up.
No, that does look good. Is it? Do you know if it's like cotton or
It's direct
polyester?
I don't know what the shirt is. The
Oh,
shirt's,
okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, you know,
Flat.
like some are heavy,
Yeah, I know.
some are soft.
No, this one's not
yeah.
bad. It's soft.
Yeah.
It's soft. But this is a direct to garment, or no, direct to film, and then he presses it on.
No, I like it. It
stretches
looks good. Yeah. I like the quality. Yeah.
Yeah, I can flex in it, but
And with that down, make sure you hit that like and subscribe down below and hit that sweet notification bell so you know when we put another one of these awesome videos up. One last thing, if you want to follow me, my Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Threads is all the same name. It's TV, Movies, and Toys. And then one more time for the channel, it's Polar Bear.
Bear's Pop Culture Shop TV, but we're gonna shorten that. So.
We're looking into shortening
Yeah,
that.
it'll be shorter by the time. It'll probably be shorter by the time this video comes out. It'll just baby steps.
Baby steps. Yes.
But no, thanks for tuning in. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, and now we're gonna rev up for Christmas.
Absolutely. Come back and check us out next week.
Crossfire!